So you're the founder of Actor Academy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds exactly like the name. It's an academy for actors. I myself am an actress. Been acting since I was really little, and I decided to start my own acting school.
Really cool.
And yeah, it's something a little different than most people do because it's a very uncommoditized industry.
Yeah.
And Hollywood is very tight-lipped and hard to break into, and that's something that I really wanted to change. But in doing that, I faced a lot of, I guess, pushback from the industry.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, well, I mean, maybe I should give some background first. I read $100 million offers, and it really changed the way I was looking at my business. So I decided to offer a guarantee. In offering a guarantee, it shook the industry, I guess, where people started saying that scam-like behavior, it's a red flag for a coach to be able to guarantee results or guarantee you a role, even though, of course, I have it in writing that I'll give a refund if I can't do what I do. And it's impacted my business a lot. And so I've gotten a defamation lawyer. I'm trying to do what I can, but I guess I'm wondering, like, is this something that you fight? Is this something that you stand up for yourself for? Is this something you just ignore and try to elevate your business until it becomes white noise? Or how would you handle this?
Let me ask you a few questions, which is, do you believe that there's any truth to that?
No, not at all. Oh my God, because all my customers are happy. They love me. Like, they're so happy with what I do.
Understood. Okay. That was the first question I wanted to get out of. We don't know each other, so I'm trying to get to know you.
That's true. Are you a scam?
I was like, is there any truth to that? No. I didn't think so, but I wanted to know. So the biggest thing that I will say is that, you know, there's people that say stuff about us. You know, when we ran Gym Launch, we would have smear campaigns. We would have people literally running ads about us and how we're a scam and we're this and we're that and all these things.
Oh my God.
Everyone says you're a scam till you get to the top. Like in many cases, like until you have gained trust with an audience, gained trust with your customers enough, like a broad enough customer base, people will assume if you are showing like outsized results and maybe like you are something that people don't understand, they will underestimate you, right? Or they will say you're invalid, you're a fraud, you're these things, whatever word you want to use, you're not real, you're not legit, right? And I think that the best approach that you can take is completely ignoring it. And I swear to God, every single person tells me, they're like, Layla, you don't understand. They've got this, they've got that, they've got all these things. If you believe that you are in the right and that you are not doing anything wrong, and you're like, I'm not, then what good does it do to address the negative attention? That's what I would outweigh is like, what's the upside to me addressing this attention and what's the downside? Okay, so let's play out. What are the benefits of me addressing what people say? Well, the benefits could be that strangers that don't know who I am and may never buy from me may now see that people were calling me a scam, and I am now addressing that I am not a scam. And I also have no proof of that, but I'm going to tell people that I'm not a scam.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The downside is that I draw attention to the name scam. I now associate myself with the word scam. And so when people see me, they remember that I told them that I'm not a scam. But even though you say I am not, all they hear is you.
Scam. Yeah.
So what's the alternative, right? Because that's like, there's no direction there. It's just like, fuck, okay, ignore it. Like I call it an extinction curve. So when somebody comes to you and they're constantly pestering you, like maybe they're coming to you and they're like messaging you, you're a scam, you're a scam, you're a scam. Everybody has an extinction curve, which means they will bug you to a point where it will slowly die down. So it might be like they're saying it 3 times a week, might go to 2 times a week, might go to 1 time a week, might go to 0. Some people have long extinction curves. Somebody might be after you for 6 months saying that you're a scam, but it will eventually die if you do not feed it, just like a fire. Now, what do you do instead is, in order to outweigh that, in my opinion, you get more loud about what you are. Talking about what you're not doesn't help your brand, but talking about what you are will help grow your brand. And I don't think just talking to you, like I don't feel like you're the kind of person that you would want to speak negatively of others, because I think brands built by talking against and talking negatively of others, sure, they can get big brands, but what kind of brand do you want? In this industry, if you want to build trust with people, then speak about who you are rather than what you're not. I think that that's the route to go. I would double down on what your message is to your audience. I would get louder. So not only are you ignoring these people, but you're also getting louder about what you are. And then you just got to do it for years until they just eventually like fuck off. Like they want your attention. That's it.
Fair enough. Or they want content themselves. Yeah. Which is what it's starting to seem like. Yeah.
Dude, like, can you imagine that if you were somebody who you have so little going on in your own life, their business must not be doing well because they're paying attention to yours. I don't think
I know. My boyfriend told me to take it as a compliment, and I'm like, it's easy for you to say that, but it's hard to take it.
And then the next level is like, geez, what happened to these people that they have such terrible lives that they have to talk badly about somebody else's life?
Yeah, fair enough. I love that. In addition to that, since it has affected my business, and I mean, unfortunately, a couple of my employees are like, hey, we don't really like what's going on here. Why are people talking about you this way? How would you address that internally when like they're almost, I mean, I've told them to look at, I've told them to look at the people they're working with, the clients. The proof is in the pudding that like people love us. Our return rate or people wanting to leave or turnover rate is super low. People really retain with us. But they're still so skeptical and dubious. Are those people that you let go of? Are those people that you try to change their mindset?
I think that, again, you get louder with your message, but you do it inside. So like whatever you do internally and like externally, you've got to get loud about your message. You've got to do the same internally. I've done that. In Gym Launch, there was a time where I was like, man, there's a lot of people here I don't feel like genuinely want the best for the business, right? And I made this entire presentation for the team. And I said, this is who we are. This is what we are. This is how we operate as a team. If you don't jive with that, I am totally cool with that. It means nothing to me if you don't jive with this. But what it does mean is that you should consider if you should be working here. And I had 2 people leave. They quit right after that call. And I said, I love you guys. I respect that you actually opted out based on what I said.
Right. Okay. So more of just like a business.
As long as you are presenting an accurate depiction to the people in your business of who you are and what you stand for, you're not for everybody. And that is totally okay. But you've got to be comfortable enough getting loud about who you are that it repels the people who aren't about that.
Yeah. Filter it out. Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you for your time and thanks for answering my question.
Absolutely. Let me know how it goes. I'm curious.
Me too. Bye.
Okay, bye.